I had just gotten back from Sedona and Brian had arrived at my house and we were like, man, Alexander's gotta get out here. Like, what is he doing? Why is he back at home? He hasn't been making videos. Everybody's like, where's Alex? And we got to work on him. We got on the phone, we put it on speaker, we're like, come on, this COVID thing's happening. And he's like, I don't know. And we're like, all right, so Alex will make a decision in like 6 months. The next day, I'm in the car and Alex calls and he's like, I think I'm gonna leave. I think I'm gonna leave today. We're like, no way!
Last year when Seth was out here buying Berm Peak, I was knee deep in a van project with Johnny, and it was only after I had left Asheville that Seth pulled the trigger on this place. So I actually had never even seen any of it, and I was just really excited to get up here and see it.
After watching this place come together with everyone else on YouTube, I was very much ready to finally see Berm Peak for myself.
You got roto tunnels for days.
For days. So this is beginning of
that does look ridiculous.
At the beginning, things were actually pretty awesome. COVID hadn't yet escalated, and for now, it was just really good to see my friend again and get to share in the excitement of everything he's been working on.
Kind of felt like a party at first. I got here, they're in the middle of a build.
The whale tail. Yeah.
I'm just diving right in. I'm like, man, this is awesome. Look at this place. You know, we're gonna get to work and we're having fun. We're like taking pizza breaks at lunch and stuff. And then things got a little bit more serious and
we shut her down.
We shut it down. So we've actually been here on Berm Peak without leaving for going on 50 days.
We were being really careful, leaving Amazon boxes outside for 24 hours before touching them, spray everything down with Lysol. Once in a while, you need something repaired at the house. There'll be a service person, delivery person, and it's like, yeah, the other guy pets the dog, and then Amy's like wiping the dogs down with baby wipes. We're living in a weird time. When people look back on these videos, they're gonna be like, what are they talking about? What was happening? It's like the zombie apocalypse.
I consider us extremely lucky. First of all, I have an awesome friend that's letting me crash. Second of all, we still have most of the amenities that we would. Internet, we have food, and what I'm probably most grateful for is that we can keep working.
And there's a lot of stuff to work on at Berm Peak.
If you thought hanging out with Seth on Berm Peak was all bike riding and beer drinking, you've got another thing coming. I've never met anyone with a work ethic quite like Seth. Whether he's on the computer producing a video or out in the yard building, Seth stays busy from the moment he gets up to the time the sun goes down. As for me, well, you know the saying, when in Rome.
And that's what life around here at Berm Peak is. You're around Seth and you are working hard. There is always a new project to be done. There is always something to be achieved. It's not out of the ordinary to wake up and before you even have a cup of coffee, you have shoveled a ton.
Let's just carry all this stuff down before breakfast.
Gravel out of the trailer. That's normal.
So you ready for your first start to finish trail project?
Though the rest of the world was slowing to a halt, things at Berm Peak only continued to ramp up as Seth and I set out to begin construction on the newest addition to his collection of backyard mountain bike features.
All right, we're out here at the job site. What's the master plan here? You haven't really explained it to me yet.
So this is kind of a case of opportunism. There was a storm, branches fell everywhere, but most notably...
We're gonna ride our bikes on this.
Hell yeah. So I'll mill it flat, plank it out, to build like kind of a steep, skinny roll down. Then we're gonna connect to Knob Deep down there. So it's gonna be a connector trail.
The area that we're going to be building in is currently thick with brush, so the goal of the first day was to clear out all the debris. While Seth got to work clearing off the tree itself, I got going on the run-up in the exit trail that he had flagged. It proved to be a long and physical day, but to be perfectly honest, it was kind of nice. Not only did I enjoy being out in the woods all day, but I also found the tedious manual labor to be almost meditative in a way. Not to mention, it was the perfect distraction to help take my mind off everything else that was going on in the world. That being said, it was hard work.
Alex is a little more fit than I am when it comes to climbing on mountain bike trails. And so his legs are pretty strong, he's got good cardio, but hiking up and down that slope with stuff is like different. And the other day he wakes up, he's like, we gotta do this again? My legs are freaking shot. Like, I can't walk.
And then we got up and kept going and did it all again the next day.
With all the menial work complete, things really started progressing on day 2.
Yo, everything is looking pretty cool right now.
I know!
It's coming together, man.
It was so cool to see Seth's vision of this thing start coming together. And as we wrapped up on day 2, I began to get excited about the prospect of riding a feature that I had helped build from the ground up.
All right, Seth, about to drop in on the first run ever on this. Everything we've worked towards culminating right here.
All right, coming in.
Send her, dog. What?
It's dialed.
Holy cow! Yeah, I can't believe how fast you just went down that, bro.
It's the most intuitive feature we've ever built. You ready to try?
Heck yeah, I'm ready. When are we gonna build a feature that I can just roll up to and not be even the slightest bit nervous, dog? All right, top to bottom, down woodpecker.
Let's do it.
All the way to the bottom, knob deep.
All the way to the bottom.
All the way. All right, made it down, full run, successful. That was super fun. I cannot even explain how fun that was. All right, that's a wrap on Elmer Fudd, dude.
Yeah, I would say so.
And it works flawlessly. There is something really cool about starting from nothing, building something, and then riding it.
You're addicted?
It's awesome, dude.
Hell yeah.
All right, cool.
In a normal week, it's right about at this point when I would head out for an awesome bike ride with friends, followed by a visit to one of Asheville's many delicious breweries. Or maybe I'd call up my buddy Johnny and head over to hang out and play some video games. Unfortunately, these aren't normal times. So instead of dwelling on what could be, I've been doing my best to take advantage of this time and focus on things that are hard for me to accomplish when out on the road.
Staying healthy, staying physically fit is actually really important to me. And there's something just about being on the road and being in a different place pretty much every day that makes it really difficult. So while I've been here at Berm Peak, I've been really taking advantage of it. Seth has his entire unfinished basement. So I've just been coming down here pretty much every day and doing at least a little something. I don't like to work out for long. So when I do work out, I just go super duper hard. I do 45 minutes, and by the time I'm done, I can hardly walk, and it feels really good. But my favorite thing actually has become these gymnastics rings. Have you ever, they're so hard. They're so incredibly hard. You want something to make you feel weak, you get a set of these. I wonder if I can even, like a standard position. So I've been working on just standard gymnastics. So you start like this, and then as you progress, you turn your arms out, and then eventually you start tucking, which is so hard. You see how it starts shaking? Ah! How red is my face? It's pretty red. You can. Here's the thing. Quarantine will be over eventually, and when it does, I want to be able physically to go out and pursue like the biggest adventure I can find, you know? So that's why I've been keeping in mind while I'm here and just trying to prepare for when I do have my freedom again, when I can head back out in the van, and that's kind of been keeping me like looking forward to something too, so. Seth don't know I do this. This is my extracurricular down here.
There is two things that have played a large role for both of us in keeping our spirits high while on lockdown.
Technically, we're not actually quarantining alone. We're quarantining with 2 kids. I'll say it's joyous as sometimes it's infuriating in the others. I mean, this dude is basically the same as having a baby in the house.
He's still little and he's crazy. I mean, he can't sit still for 1 second.
When we're trying to work, it's terrible actually. You can't get anything done plus watch him. You can't do anything plus watch Oscar. It's impossible. Yeah, productivity just goes out the window with Oscar around. You know the funniest thing about Oscar is it's the noises he makes.
He's a menace.
Is going to the bathroom all over the house. If you don't watch him, he's sneaking off and doing something he's not supposed to.
Putting everything in his mouth.
Literally anything and everything in his mouth.
Except for his toys.
And get him running zoomies. He's like trudging around the corner. This is a Swiffer, by the way. This is just a cleaning supply thing.
It's his favorite toy. But Drama is like an angel. He's like the best pup ever.
Drama does his best to avoid his little brother at the moment. Well,
sometimes he likes him. Yeah.
He plays with him pretty well, but when Drama's done with it, he's done with it. And then Oscar still follows him around and Drama wants nothing to do with it.
Oscar, I think he's over it, man.
So he runs and hides.
He jumps up somewhere where Oscar can't get to. Like he jumps up onto his chair.
Which is actually, he's running out of places to do that because Oscar almost went up the stairs the other day.
He's starting to learn how to jump and climb.
And then I got real worried because as of now, Drama's the only one that can come up. Everyone wakes up and Oscar's going crazy and Drama's like, yo, I'm not ready to wake up. I hear him walk up the stairs and he like paws at my door. I'm like, all right, Drama, come on in, buddy. You can hop up in bed.
Oscar is still just a pup at 11 weeks old, and as you can see, he has a bottomless energy supply. Whether we're out running him on the trails or playing with him and his toys, it is absolutely essential that we make sure he is completely and undeniably pupped out at the end of every day.
He can't keep his eyes open. He's like looking at me, but he can't keep it open.
Only then are we ensured a quiet and productive evening. I'd imagine that everyone handles being quarantined slightly differently, and Seth and I are no different.
It's kind of been the same, just getting things done.
Quarantine changed everything for me.
I kind of cracked the window and he's like, "You're really worried about this thing, aren't you?" I'm like, "Yeah."
You know, I stay in places sometimes when I want to, but now I'm being told to, and that changes things a little bit.
I wanted to rent a wood chipper. Nobody will rent me a wood chipper. They're either like, "Oh, I could rent you one in 3 weeks."
I've got this old keyboard over here. I've been carrying this thing around in my van for the past 2 years, and I haven't gotten it out once. But here in quarantine, I actually have pulled it out and I've been playing and it's been awesome.
I mean, I'm not bored at all. I don't feel cooped up. I'm doing exactly what I was doing before this. The person at the register had the mask over their mouth with their nose out. I don't know, man. I don't know anymore. Even with Alexander here and everything, it does feel a little bit lonely.
I actually consider myself an introvert. I recharge by being alone.
I clean the shop multiple times per week. I'm an insane person. It drives me nuts when the shop is messy and I'm trying to edit.
I'm a video gamer. I really enjoy video games.
I like to be pinned 7 days a week.
I've been playing some really fun games. Man, the games are so good these days. It hasn't been that long since I played video games.
One thing I will say is I feel like we've lost momentum. I don't know, maybe we haven't really lost momentum. Maybe everything's actually the same.
You change things up, new opportunities arise, and you are able to focus on things that you haven't focused on in a while.
When you're in situations where you're forced to be more creative, sometimes you get even kind of more remarkable results.
First of all, I'm so grateful that I actually have a place to stay, that I can work. And hey, you know, I've got this really big comfortable bed up here, so upgrade. Even I've got a bed in the van, but it's not this nice. I don't have anything to complain about. Quarantine changes everything for me, but not in a bad way.
I would say honestly, it's not much to complain about. We have it pretty good.
Dude, I'm so in trouble. He just followed us up here. Right?
He did.
You didn't bring him up here.
He's trying to find a place to make poopies.
Oh, no. How'd you find your way up here, little dude? This is not good.
This was my last safe haven from him, and now it's gone forever. Because he can climb the stairs.
This is a terrible day.